around the bush and I don't wanna push, but
hello bookish friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lexi, and today we are starting a very special reading vlog. I am partaking in Sarah's, who is the magical reader over on Instagram and YouTube. She is hosting a relax and recharge readathon, so this is a reading vlog for that. So you already saw some B-roll of me reading last night. I am currently reading Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. Obviously, you know what this book is about. This is the second book to Fourth Wing. I'm currently on page 65. When I officially started this vlog yesterday, last night, I was on page 36, so I read about 30 pages. Hoping to read more than 30 pages for the next couple days. I would love to read 100 pages per day, because then I could finish this book pretty quickly. I could finish it in the next 5 or 6 days, which is quick for me. This is a thick book. This book is like 620 pages. So I am liking this so far. I know a lot of people told me that it's slow to start and then it gets good. It's hard to talk about this book without giving you spoilers because it is the second book. Violet and the others who kind of got detached from the school. Is it Bazgayath? If you know how to properly pronounce the school Bazgayath in this, please let me know in the comments below. But they got separated from that and they are now back, but they have a grand scheme plan in mind. And they basically have to fool everybody that they were just missing because Colonial Ado, Shane's dad, put them on like a rogue mission. Pretty much where I'm at right now. Nothing else has happened, but I can't tell you. Oh my god, this vlog is gonna suck because I literally can't tell you anything. But I will tell you more so my thoughts and like how I'm feeling reading it rather than what's going on, because I obviously don't want to spoil anything for you. It is Wednesday when I am like technically starting this. It was Tuesday when I started reading, but I only read 30 pages on Tuesday. This readathon is going until Saturday, but I'm probably gonna extend it to Sunday. I'm so pumped to be doing this readathon. We have a group chat going on Instagram, and everybody is basically just chatting about the books they're reading. So it's super fun to see what other people are reading. Oh wait, I'm also listening to the audiobook for Ike's Planet Barbarians by Ruby Dixon. I am 65% of the way through. It says I have 2 hours left, but I'm listening on 2 times speed, so I probably have an hour left of that. Let me just tell you, don't let the covers deceive you, like the new covers deceive you, because they are freaking spicy. It's basically all just like alien sex, which is kind of insane. I've never read like an alien romance before, and honestly I'm kind of into it. There was a scene that opened the book that was just like, it was a lot to take in, and a lot of people didn't like that part of the book. I mean, I didn't love it, but I'm also not like super offended by anything really. It started out really raunchy, and I was like, all right, how like raunchy can this really be? And let me tell you, it's raunchy. Like, it's basically all alien sex. Like, there's really nothing else in this book besides that. So if you read it and you are not sure what to expect, it's basically just sex the entire time. There's not much of a plot line. I asked the Relax and Recharge Readathon group chat on Instagram last night. I was like, has anybody ever read this? Like, I've never read like alien smut, but I'm kind of into it. And everybody was like, oh yeah, that's how the whole series is. And there's like 23 books in this series. Why is there so many books? I don't know if I'll read them all or if I'll continue. Actually, I probably will, because I weirdly am enjoying it. And I like the audiobook. It's got male and female narrator, so you get like both perspectives. I'm weirdly enjoying it, I'm not gonna lie. So I will definitely be finishing that today, so I can technically say I finished 1 book for this readathon. And then I'm really hoping I can get close to finishing 4th. Oh my god, I always get the 2 freaking titles confused. I don't know why. And then I'm really hoping I can get close to finishing Iron Flame. I'm getting ready to head out for work. I will definitely be listening to the audiobook today. And then when I get home, I have a couple things I need to do. I'm currently filming a 2024 reset video where I'm kind of just getting my shit together for the new year. By the time you are watching this, it is already posted, so make sure to go check out that video. I'm finally back in the swing of like filming and editing. I didn't really post that many videos. Last week I pretty much only did my Vlogmas video just because I had family in town. It was the holidays. Things get crazy. I don't know if you already know this, if you've watched, if this is your first video. My reading goal for this year is 100 books. Last year I read 104. Luckily I do get to crush audiobooks because I drive for a living. and it is easy for me to do those. Sometimes I feel like the only way I can actually achieve the reading goals I set for myself is through audiobooks, which is fine. I just packed myself a little lunch. We're gonna head out. Going to finish my audiobook. If I finish the Ice Planet Barbarians, which I definitely will, I'm going to then start the audiobook for Before the Coffee Gets Cold. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce the author's name. This is another little short story. It's a 7-hour audiobook, so I can quickly finish that as well. But yeah, I got my little lunch and we are gonna head out. I'll see you later. Okay, hello reading vlog. I am here with a reading update. I think the only thing you saw yesterday was B-roll of me reading last night. It has just been crazy. I've been working on the 2024 reset vlog and kind of just getting a bunch of random stuff done. So now I can finally focus on reading, and I'm here for a reading update. It is Thursday, January 4th. I have today, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so 4 more days for this vlog. Hoping I can finish Iron Flame. I don't know. Hold on, let me set you up here. All right, it's a little crooked because I have you propped between couch cushions, but it's fine. I'm currently on page 104 of Iron Flame. Did I say Fourth Wing earlier? I might have. I'm reading Iron Flame, not Fourth Wing, but I read this much. I obviously have this much left to go. I have about 500 pages left, so I think that is doable, especially since this weekend we're supposed to get a huge snowstorm Saturday into Sunday, so I will not be able to leave my house, which will be fantastic. And I can sit and read all weekend. As you saw, I did start the audiobook for Before the Coffee Gets Cold, and honestly I just was not feeling it, so I gave up on that and I started the audiobook for The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. I cannot get the sticker off, so don't mind it. This was a pick out of my TBR jar. The prompt was pick a book with blood on the cover, and obviously this has blood on the cover. I listened to 34% of this today. I'm on chapter 8, so let me see where I'm at. So I am on page 141. I read this much today, have that much left to go. These chapters are pretty long, but this is a YA like thriller horror, and it is about our main character. I just got cut off by my camera, I don't know why, but this is about our main character Maddie, who has had to hide the fact that she is half black her entire life. Her father straightens her hair pretty much all the time, and whenever it rains or has any type of humidity, she doesn't go to school, so her father is the one making her hide this. And one day they are out for gym running and it starts to rain, and then everybody finds out that she's black and has like black girl hair. It just goes from there. So far I pretty much hate everybody at this school, and I especially hate her father. This book talks a lot about like racism and being in a school that is highly racist, and it's so annoying to me because her father literally like got a black girl pregnant and then was like up and out, like took the girl and ran. And her father at one point says like, aren't you ashamed that you're black? And it's like, seriously, like you're the reason why she's here. Like how the fuck are you gonna like make her feel bad for it when you're the one that impregnated a black female and had a kid with her? Like you're an ass. A different perspective of this book that you read from is somebody who runs a true crime podcast. They're talking about the case of prom night at this school where 200 people die and basically the entire town that they're in burns in flames. And everybody is saying that Maddie did it because Maddie has magical-ish powers where she can kind of move things with her mind, and everybody's like, well, it has to be Maddie because she has those powers. At the part I'm at right now, she's still kind of trying to figure out how she can use her powers and what her strength is and all of that. I am really enjoying the audiobook of this because it's a full cast and there's like sound effects. It's a great audiobook because of the full cast and the sound effects. It's interesting. I love all the narrators and it's making it read really quickly, and I'm just so like engrossed in this story. So hoping to finish a decent amount of this tomorrow as well. I'm not sure where I'm working tomorrow, but I will figure that out and hopefully read another almost 40% of this. That would be pretty lovely, and then maybe I can finish it early next week and get one book off my TBR. Hopefully 2 books off my TBR. Both of these books are on my January TBR, so I'm feeling great, but this Relax and Recharge Readathon has been fantastic for me, even though I haven't done much reading. But from this point on, I'm going to read pretty much nonstop. I really don't have that much to do this weekend. I told Chris, asked me last night, like, what are our plans for this weekend? And I was like, nothing. And if you make plans for us, I will kill you. And he was like, all right, got it. And I'm honestly pumped that there's gonna be a snowstorm, because that means I can have no guilt about sitting on my couch all weekend and being nice and cozy with a book. So that's that. But that is my reading update for now. I'm going to sit here for a couple hours. I don't even know. Luckily, my parents took Louie for a WAOK, so I don't have to. So for the rest of the night, literally the only thing I like need to do is cook dinner. And I'm gonna make my penne pasta, which is super easy and quick. I need to empty the dishwasher and refill it, but that is literally all I need to do tonight. And that feels freaking fantastic. That means I can get as much reading done as possible. But I'm going to put this down for now, pick up Iron Flame, and hopefully get a lot of reading done.
Please don't beat around the bush, and I don't wanna push, but you're making this hard. I know something's going on. There's dishes in the sink and trash in the front yard. Tell me, what can I do? Do I go for a walk? Should I stay with you? I'm tired of sitting on my hands, watching what I love wilt like a houseplant. Do you feel alone?
Hello, friends. It is officially late afternoon on Friday, December 5th, I think? Yes. It is the 5th. I just got home from work and I am exhausted. I think I'm like about to get sick, but also at the point where if I just let my body like chill, I won't get sick. I really don't have much to do. Like, I don't really have a to-do list right now. There is a video I need to edit, and I was gonna post my 2024 reset video tomorrow, which will be Saturday. But you know what? In the new year, I am not gonna stress myself out over like a posting schedule and posting as many videos as possible as I can. And I told myself, I was like, all right, why am I gonna stress myself out over editing 2 videos this weekend when literally my body is telling me like, bitch, slow down? I have decided that my 2024 reset, if I can get it up tomorrow, great. If not, it's gonna go up Monday, and then this video will go up Thursday. Because I am not stressing myself out in the new year. Like, I'm just not doing it. But what I am doing is having an afternoon coffee, which there's only like a little bit left. Because like I said, I'm freaking exhausted and my body needs a little pick-me-up. Instead of doing anything productive, I really don't have that much to do. All of my laundry is done because I did it during the reset. All of the dishes are pretty much done. And I don't really have any computer work to do for my full-time job because I've been doing a lot throughout the week. Yesterday I came home and did a ton of computer stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really have that much to do, so I'm gonna take advantage and read. Speaking of reading, I need to update you because I finished The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. I'm gonna wait to wrap up my thoughts until I get cozy on the couch. I don't know, guys. I liked it, but that was a hard book to read because it talks a lot about racism, but we'll talk about that in a little while. So I'm gonna make my coffee. I'm gonna go get cozy on the couch, and we're gonna try to read as much of Iron Flame tonight as we can. I will also give you a reading update on Iron Flame because I did make progress yesterday. So let's go get cozy on the couch and then we'll talk about the books I'm reading. This coffee is like full to the brim, but let's go. Oh my God, my hair, I look like freaking nuts. How cozy does this look? And with the tree, oh, it's giving cozy. I'm really sad because our Christmas decor is coming down this weekend, which means it's not gonna be super cozy in here anymore. Let's sit and talk about my reading progress, which is pretty great because I finished a book, and that book is The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. This follows Maddie, who she has these magical abilities. It's basically telekinesis where she can move things with her mind, but she doesn't know her full abilities until like the kids at school start bullying her. The reason she's getting bullied is because she is pretending to be white and her dad like forces her to pretend to be white. He doesn't want anybody to find out that she's actually half black, and he straightens her hair with like a hot comb every day. And so when it rains, she never goes to school. And of course my camera battery is gonna die. Why would it not die right now? Hold on. All right, let's continue on. Where was I? Her dad basically uses like a hot comb to brush her hair out to make it straight, and never lets her go to school when it's like raining out or there's a chance of rain or it's really humid, because once her hair gets wet or it's humid out, it gets really curly and it shows her black roots. So one day she goes to school, it ends up raining. Her home life is really shitty because her dad is really strict and like religious, and he says like annoying stuff like, you're such an embarrassment. Like, if she's such an embarrassment, then why did you get a black female pregnant? Like, she didn't ask you for it, you had to do it yourself, you asshole. Sorry. This book makes me really mad. Like, it was a good book, but it just like brought up so much anger, and I think it's partially because Chris is half black, and this is just like a topic that's close to my heart because I've seen it firsthand and it just pisses me off. The kids start bullying her, she starts to realize her powers. The night of the prom, something goes really wrong. The kids in the school, some of the kids, like the really popular clique, pulls a prank on her, and then shit just hits a fan from then. I mean, this is kind of a spoiler, but basically Maddie blows up in this entire town. It's a really small town. Basically blows up this entire town and kills a ton of people. And she herself is missing, so at the end of the book, you never know what actually happened to her and if she's alive or dead. This is really good. If you want to read this, definitely you can't be super sensitive to like racism and stuff like that and bullying, because there's a lot of it in here and it gets pretty graphic. But I highly recommend the audiobook because this follows a couple different perspectives. It follows Maddie, Jules, Wendy, like it follows people, but then there's also portions of interviews, a podcast, news articles, and it has a bunch of sound effects. In the audiobook has an entire cast of narrators, which makes it even better. So highly recommend the audiobook for this, but I think I'm gonna land at a 3-star for this because it was just like, it got my blood boiling. Not to say it wasn't in a good way, because I like that this book is bringing like light to shit like this and how this really does happen in our world. But it just blows my mind that this book takes place in 2014 and there's still schools that are like not fully integrated. And I'm like, I hope this isn't based on a true story, because if it is, that school should be fucking blown up, because that's just not right. I think it's gonna land at a 3, actually let's do 3.5 because I really did enjoy it and I read through this really quickly, but just made me angry. So we're gonna go with an official 3.5 stars for this. And then the other reading progress I have is on Iron Flame. I have read this much now. It doesn't look like I made that much progress, but I'm now on page 165. So I read about 60 pages yesterday. But let me tell you, these 60 pages are not really 60 pages because these pages are filled with words. Like, there's a lot of words on each page and the font is really tiny, so that's why it feels like it's taking me forever to read this. So I'm going to continue reading Iron Flame today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Where I live in upstate New York, they're saying we're gonna get a really bad snowstorm tomorrow into Sunday. So I'm like, I don't love snow. I really hate snow, but like, let's get a snowstorm going so I don't feel guilty about not doing anything and vegging out on the couch all day while Chris watches movies and I can read Iron Flame. I'm like low-key hoping for a huge snowstorm so I don't feel guilty for not going anywhere this weekend. But tomorrow is also Louie's birthday. Louie is going to be 6 on the 6th, so it is his champagne birthday. I told Chris last night, when we wake up, the first thing we need to do is bring Louie to Benson's, which is like our local pet store, and get him a bone and like a birthday treat, because we're probably not gonna be able to go anywhere if the storm is gonna be as bad as they're saying it's gonna be. So I was like, the first thing we're gonna do tomorrow morning is take Louie on a little birthday adventure and get him a little bone, get him some treats, maybe a little birthday cake, and give him the best birthday ever because he's the best boy ever. Right, Louie? I gave him like a little Kong thing that has a frozen like pate food in it. He enjoyed that for all of 2 seconds and then was like, okay, I'm bored of this. It's almost your birthday! It's almost birthday, boy. Yeah. Louie, do you know it's your birthday tomorrow? He's like, no. You gonna be a birthday boy tomorrow? Is he not the cutest little thing ever? What do you want for your birthday? Tell everybody you're gonna be 6 tomorrow. So I still act like a 10-month-old puppy. Oh, he's just the sweetest little boy. Oh, he's my lover. I love him so much. Okay. Alright. Do you want a bone? He's like, I gave you that Kong bone and you didn't want it, huh? You want a bone? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go get Louie a bone and then we're gonna get some reading done.
And then you stood there smiling at me as so many times before. I'll never wanna be away, leave you again. You are all I want and more. It is true. only I could do one thing, I'll be with you. It's true. Baby, how I need the loving of you. Waiting at the door.
There's the birthday boy. Happy birthday, woo woo.
Please don't beat around the bush, and I don't wanna push, but you're making this hard. I know something's going on, there's dishes in the sink and trash in the front yard. Tell me, what can I do? Do I go for a walk? Should I stay with you? I'm tired of sitting on my hands, watching what I love wilt like a houseplant. Do you feel alone in our home? 'Cause I feel alone in our home.
Hello, friends. Let me set you up here. Okay. So, it has been... Actually, it hasn't been any days since I've recorded, but it's been a couple of days since I've actually spoken to a camera. This weekend, Chris and I just vegged out on the couch. It was amazing. Friday night, we came home, did nothing. Yesterday, we had a sleepover on our couch downstairs. Every time we sleep on that couch downstairs, I always say like, oh, we're having a sleepover. I don't know why, it's just something I've always done. Saturday was Louie's birthday. So Chris was like, oh, like let's have a sleepover for Louie's birthday. And I was like, hell yeah, I'll do that. So we had a little sleepover on the couch. We woke up that morning, did all of Louie's favorite things. As you saw, we took him for a walk at this golf course near us where you can take your dog off leash. We then went and let him pick out a couple things at Benson's, which is our local pet store. And then we came home and vegged out on the couch and pretty much didn't leave the house for the rest of the day, which was much needed. I was starting to feel so like exhausted. And I know at some point in some vlog that I posted this week, I was talking about how I wasn't feeling good. It might have been the reset video. And I was just saying like, yeah, I just feel exhausted. And I didn't feel sick. I just felt like burnt out and just like overtired and just like my body just needed a break. So that's exactly what we did. And I got a pretty decent amount of reading done. I literally can't remember the last time I gave you like an actual reading update and told you like, what page I'm on and whatnot. Hold on, let me fill Lou's food. I can't remember the last time I told you like what I was reading, but I have been chugging along on Iron Flame this weekend, and I am like almost halfway through. So I've read this much, have this much left to read. I'm on page 306, chapter 35. At first I wasn't like loving it. I was kind of like, oh shit, like this is not really living up to the Fourth Wing hype. And I was getting a little nervous, but once it hit like 200 pages, it started to pick up. I'm enjoying it. I'm not like thriving reading it. Like I am reading it pretty slow, but it's also a really freaking thick book. So I feel like reading progress just doesn't look like reading progress. I'm into Xaden, and I was about to say Feyre because I'm still on a ACOTAR kick. Oh boy. Violet and Xaden are like kind of in a long distance relationship because he got posted at some other place that's like a 12-hour flight for her and him. They see each other once a week. And there's this Varish guy who I want to murder. He's like trying to make Violet's life like a living hell. Somebody came back from being unalived. I'm not gonna say who, and honestly that kind of blew my mind. And I was like, wait, what? Like some of the magic stuff in Fourth Wing and Iron and Flame is kind of like incredible to read. So that was a good unexpected twist. Like there is good plot twists in it, and there is good, like a good plot line. I don't know, I just like, I'm not as obsessed with it as I was with Fourth Wing, and I just cannot figure out why exactly that is. I think it's just because like, it's such a long book and I was like highly anticipating this, and it's kind of just like a good fantasy. I am going to continue reading now. It is Saturday night at about 8 p.m. I was just at Chris's parents' house watching the Dallas game. His mom gave me this really cute wax warmer. She got it as like a grab bag gift. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. She's like, oh, you want it? I won't use it. So it's like a little wax warmer. So I'm gonna set this up. Sadly, I did take my Christmas decor down today. So now my house feels bland and sad and depressing and empty. There's nothing I hate more than taking down Christmas decor. Just one, because it's a lot of freaking work and I literally cleaned this house from top to bottom. But two, having no lights is so like dreary and dark. So this concludes our relax and recharge reading vlog. I don't know if I did relax and recharge a lot because Chris and I did nothing all weekend, which was exactly what my brain needed, my brain and my body needed. I read a decent amount of Fourth Wing. I don't even remember how many pages I was at. Let's say I read 300 pages of Fourth Wing, because I read a couple pages before I technically started this vlog. So let's say I read 300 pages of I keep saying Fourth Wing, oh my god. I read 300 pages of Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. And I started and finished the audiobook for The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. I talked about my thoughts here before. I rated it a 3.5 star. It was good, but it was like a hard book to read. Like it talks a lot about bullying and racism, and it gets pretty graphic and intense, and I was just like frustrated when I was reading it. Not because the writing or like the story was bad, just because of how shitty these kids could be. And it just like frustrated me. But if you want to see a more detailed review, you can check out my Instagram, Lexi's Reading, and check out my latest post and see my thoughts. Actually, by the time you're seeing this, it's not my latest post, so just scroll a little bit until you see this book cover. So this was 406 pages, and let's say I read 300 pages of this. So I read 700 pages for this reading vlog, which is pretty freaking fantastic. If you like these kinds of videos, definitely make sure to let me know in the comments below, and I can continue to film reading vlogs, which I'm going to do anyway, so whatever. Make sure to give this video a like, leave a comment below with your favorite book you read this week. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.